Fred Coscia, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Staten Island Comedy Show. We're going to have a great show for you tonight, so stay tuned. It's a virtual show. We have comedians to perform their stand-up sets on location, and you will see them right here on the Staten Island Comedy Show. Our first comedian is Fred Bevill. He is born in Napa, California, and raised a California kid until 2001 when he met his wife and moved to Fargo, North Dakota. Fred became a professional stand-up comedian in 1994. Started headlining regularly in the year 2000. What made Fred get into comedy was he grew up listening to comedy. His friends were buying music albums, and he bought comedy albums. He has been a fan of comedy for as long as he can remember. Around the age of 16, Fred knew being a comedian was all that he wanted to do. Once he made that choice, Fred started listening to his comedy albums with a different ear. Instead of being a fan, he was looking to learn from writing styles, performance styles, their delivery, stage presence, and all the other little elements of being a stand-up comedian. Almost 3 decades later, he's still infatuated with the craft of comedy and the creation of funny. So Fred thinks he made the right choice. You can find Fred on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, Fred Bevill. His website is fredbevill.com. Our next comedian of the show, Fred Bevill, ladies and gentlemen.
I now live in Fargo, North Dakota. Thank you. When people from New Jersey are like, why? It's a fair question. I got me one of these. Yeah, bling, bling. Sorry, lady. They're looking at me like, no problem. We're good. I've been doing stand-up comedy most of my adult life. You put me in any major U.S. city, Miami, New York, Chicago, L.A., I'm just a chubby guy losing his hair. You put me in Fargo, North Dakota? I'm hot. I'm a catch in Fargo. You should move there. I wear collared shirts. I have my own teeth. And I can say more to a woman than just get in the truck. Applaud if you hunt. Who applauded back there? You did, sir. What's your name, my friend? Dennis, nice to meet you. Where do you live? South Jersey. I know people from Jersey. What the hell are you hunting? You don't want to eat that kill, I'll tell you that. My favorite couple so far is a couple named Eugene and Donna. They are celebrating 42 years of marriage on this cruise. Pretty impressive, isn't it? I had lunch with them at the Garden Buffet earlier, and I found out after about 20 minutes of conversation, they've hated each other for 40 of those years. That was their attitude. Well, he said, till death do you part, a deal's a deal. Finally, I asked Donna, I go, Donna, sincerely, 42 years, you never once thought of leaving him? She looked me dead in the eye and said, I wouldn't give him the satisfaction. Plus, I think I can outlast him. State Farm pays the winner. If you've done wine tastings, you know how they work. They put you in a little group and you just kind of go down the row. But there's always that one guy that wants to make it known he's the expert in the group. He wants to pontificate his wine knowledge onto everybody else, the amateur sommelier. He'll sip the wine. Bold and sophisticated. Sassy and whimsical. He did this like 4 times. I finally had it. I was like, yeah, awful but free. Shut up. And he goes like this. He goes like this. Can you taste the oak finish? What are you, a termite? I taste wood, drink is over. That's what it was. My dad was a tough old bird, man. He did not like give me a trophy for getting out of bed in the morning. No. My dad spent 28 years in the United States Marine Corps. He toured Vietnam 3 separate times. And he spent most of his military career as a drill instructor. Thank you. I'm sorry. Yeah, man. Childhood was intense. I was 12 years old when I found out my name was not Maggot. But the biggest perk to being an only child is we don't have to deal with the torture you folks as siblings had to deal with. Yeah. You spent your whole childhood killing each other. Playing stupid games like I'm not touching you, baby, I'm not touching you. Mom can't get mad, I'm not touching you. Or punch buggy. Some of you know what is slug bug. You see a Volkswagen driving down the road. Punch buggy! Just a license to beat up a loved one, wasn't it? I tried to play that game with my dad once. Hey, Dad, punch buggy! He was not amused. Drove me to a Volkswagen dealership and beat the crap.
Thanks, Fred. Very funny. Our next comedian is April Brucker. She's originally from Bethel Park, PA, a little town outside of Pittsburgh. April has been doing ventriloquism since she was 13 and comedy since she was 20. April doesn't want to reveal her age because she says you should never ask a lady that. What made her get into comedy was she grew up without cable TV, which made her feel real cool. Yeah. Her dad was forced to get cable because he wanted to see the recap of local football games that her brother played. One Friday, after one of his games, when she was 13, her dad changed the channel because he hates commercials. There was an Edgar Bergen tribute on, and after they watched it, they all tried to talk like the ventriloquists. April was the only one that can do it. That Christmas, she got a Groucho Marx figure. From there, she became hooked and wanted to make a career at making dolls talk and making people laugh. You can find April on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, April Brucker, and YouTube under April Brucker Comedy. Our next comedian of the show, April Brucker, ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you direct from Las Vegas, Mr. Dwayne Newton. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, mademoiselle. Dwayne Newton at your service. Mwah. You look like someone, but you're not. I'm Mr. Las Vegas's second cousin, twice removed.
Twice removed?
Yes, I've been removed once by casino security, and I've been removed once by the Clark County Department of Health.
Oh. So, you're not Mr. Las Vegas?
No, little lady. I'm Mr. Almost Las Vegas. Almost Las Vegas. Thank you very much.
Have you ever met your famous cousin?
Yes, he gave me his autograph once.
Autograph? That's very nice.
It was big and gold, at the bottom of the restraining order.
Oh. But are you appearing anywhere now?
You can see me every night at the Kroger Supermarket Slot Parlor. But my agent Morty says that I'm getting good. So good that someday when they get a gaming license, I can appear at Whole Foods.
That's wonderful. And so, how are things with Morty?
Well, things were a little slow for a while, but then he got paroled.
And, Morty was telling me that you did some shows in Pahrump.
Yes, as a matter of fact, as you know, prostitution is legal in Nye County, and I had a long-standing engagement at the Kitty Cat Brothel. The Call Girl Gazette gave me 4 bells.
4 bells?
3 blondes and a redhead.
Wow, and Morty was also telling me that you appeared at the El Cortez. That's a legendary Las Vegas venue.
Well, little lady, I hate to tell you, it was actually the El Cortez Cantina in Guadalajara.
Oh. And Morty was also saying that you did some television appearances, and you got 3 offers.
Yes, we got 3 offers. One from a psychiatrist, one from a bail bondsman, and one from a pet cemetery. But let's cut down to grass tacks, little lady. I want to be your Mr. OK.
Dwayne, I don't know how to say this. You aren't exactly my type.
I have a house, a truck, and a job.
A house, a truck, and a job? I might never get an offer like this again.
I live in my truck and I work for Grubhub.
Oh.
But I got a better idea. Let's sing a duet. One that my cousin made famous.
I think that's a great idea.
Hit it. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, a 1. Dankeschön, darling, Dankeschön. Thank you for all the joy and pain. Picture show,
second balcony was the
place we'd meet. Second seat, go to street. You were sweet. Dankeschön, darling, Dankeschön. Save those lies, darling, don't explain.
I recall Central Park and Fall, where I
tore my dress. What a mess, I confess. That's not all. Dankeschön, darling, Dankeschön. Thank you for walks down Lover's Lane.
I can see hearts carved on a tree,
letters intertwined
for all time.
Yours and mine, that was fine. Dankeschön, darling, Dankeschön. Thank you for seeing me again. Though we go
on our
separate ways, still the memory stays for always. My heart says, Dankeschön. Thank you very much, Dankeschön. I'm Dwayne Newton.
And I'm April Brucker.
And come see me at the Kroger Supermarket Slot Parlor.
Our next comedian is Doug Max. He is from New Jersey, the Garden State. He's the only mute comic from New Jersey. He has been doing comedy for 9 years. What made him get into comedy was to have fun, something that he wasn't allowed to do while married to the wrong person. You can find him on Facebook as Doug Max. Our next comedian of the show, Doug Max, ladies and gentlemen, and the only mute comic from New Jersey.
I told him to tell you I was OCD, not mute. And I took money from like all of you or checked you in. You all knew I could talk. So I hope you guys don't mind. I'm going to record myself in case I say something funny tonight. Laugh at that, it could happen. You guys are a great audience. Give yourselves a round of applause. Oh, you're better than that. You're better than that. So, and your comics were wonderful. Yeah. Whoever you came out to school was wonderful. Give it up for all. This applause is great. Let's see, what else can you applaud for? I got a new pair of glasses. Wow, you guys are easy. Oh, I didn't mean that as a negative. Yeah, I don't know you guys that well. Some of you, any of you easy? Okay, mark those people. Mark. So, unfortunately for all of you people, one of the things I learned early on in comedy is that honest comedy is good comedy. Yeah. Woo. Woo. And that's always resonated with me. And I tell you that so you'll understand why I'm about to tell you what I'm about to tell you. I'm sorry, this is always hard for me. I had to go through a procedure recently so I could have sex again. Divorce. And believe me, I'm as relieved as all of you. Maybe even more so. I know a lot of people talk about what a wonderful institution marriage is. Divorce is a wonderful institution. And what makes it great, of course, is who you divorce. I agree. Yeah, I did it right. So I've been doing what divorced people do. And I've been online dating. Anybody? So we all don't feel like losers. Could you all pretend you online date? Anybody online date? Losers. Now, I know a lot of people don't like online dating, but I love online dating. I love it. And I'm great at it. I heard that laugh. I am. I'm great at it. I have an advantage over almost every other guy internet dating. Don't say it. I can spell. If I write to a woman and spell 2, 2, and 2 right, I can see her getting all hot for me. I have a good imagination. I'm great with spelling and punctuation. I'm good with all of it. Commas, dashes, hyphens. Ladies, honestly, when you found your guy, how many of you look for good spelling and punctuation? That kind of stuff. Yeah, right? Can I tell you something? I'll put the apostrophe where you like it. I'll give you contractions. I love when people love dirty grammar humor. It seems odd to me, but there are always some in every crowd. Anyway, so So my first date in 20 years. I go to this woman's house to pick her up. She gave me her address because I can spell. Pro tip, ladies, you can raise your standards. Anyway, we talk for a minute or two in the kitchen. She says, listen, I'm going to run up and get my purse, so we'll be done and we'll go. She goes up to get her purse. I go into the foyer. My friend says I should call it a foyer. And more people don't know what a foyer is, Doug. Call it a foyer. I'm like, but the word is foyer. Anyway, I'm getting off track. I go into the foyer, and I start petting her Cocker Spaniel, Billy. And I'm really good with animals. Billy seemed really, really happy. She pokes her head out of the bedroom door like 30 seconds later, sees me petting Billy, and yells down, get away from the dog, go in the kitchen. Like I'm a dog. But I wanted something, so I obeyed her. You gotta always be thinking in this game. You know? She comes down, gets a towel, and starts blotting up the carpet behind Billy. And I said, I'm sorry, did I get your dog excited and it pissed on the carpet? She said, not exactly. Wait for it. Not exactly. She told me it didn't pee. I could see he didn't poop. I'm petting Billy for 30 seconds. Yeah, I gave him an orgasm. Now, you all don't know me that well. I want you to know something about me. I know how to pet a dog. I was petting Billy the way you pet a dog. I didn't accidentally. I know how to pet a dog. The funny part of that story for me, this woman knows what I can do to a dog in 30 seconds. Yeah, you multiply that by 7 to get human time, 300. She would have been really, really happy, really happy. I'll just say it didn't work out. One of the things I noticed online, you like the dog story, I'll keep on with the dog thing. One of the things I noticed online, a lot of women had pictures of themselves with their puppy. And I'm like, as a dater, I'm thinking, wow, not only do I get a woman, I get a puppy. And I'm like, wow, these women must really love their puppies. If they're not only looking for a boyfriend, but they want somebody to love their puppy too, they really love this puppy. Now, I had been somewhat unsuccessful online dating, like everyone, I guess. I had it in my head. You know, a lot of these women have pictures of themselves with a puppy. Doug, what if you, act like a puppy? And I got it in my head, I'm like, I know I can make this work. So I saw this one woman, she was beautiful, she had a picture of herself with her puppy. She was everything I wanted in a woman. And I'm not going to tell you what I wanted, because you'll only laugh at me. Although I guess that would be okay here, but... One of the things she wrote in her profile, I swear to God, she wrote, if you perform, I'll give you a treat. Now, I'll just say I've been married for 20 years, and I'll just say for a long time in my marriage, I had not had a treat. And I really wanted a treat. So I had it in my head, I called it the puppy gambit. I was going to act like a puppy. So I wrote this woman an adorable note, like I thought a puppy would write. And it worked. I got a date with her. So I'm getting all ready for the date. I'm getting all excited. I polished my Crocs. You're not going to have sex if you don't polish your Crocs. Crocs wearers? I know a lot of you wear Crocs. I know you do. I know you do. Anyway, I got all ready. I trimmed my nose hair. I found a groomer that would take me. I'm excited. I'm getting all ready for the date. We get on the date. I take her to a nice place. I order for her like a gentleman. The lady will have 3 White Castle, no pickle. We get to the restaurant, I put her chair in for her. She reaches into her purse, pulls out a chocolate and hands it to me. I'm like, this is great, I perform, I get a treat. We leave the restaurant, I open up the car door for her. She gets in the car. She says, dinner was really lovely. She reaches into her purse, hands me another chocolate, leans over and gives me a really nice kiss. I'm like, this is great, Doug. The puppy gambit is working. Act like a puppy, act like a puppy. We get to my place. I offer her a glass of wine. She says, thank you. She leans in and gives me a really, really nice hug. I'm like, Doug, you're on the precipice. I didn't say it to myself with a lisp. She reaches down, undoes my zip. I pee on her leg. Ba-dum-bum. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Doug. That was great. That's the end of the show. I want to thank everyone for watching. Also, all of the talent for coming on. And if you are a comedian and you want to come on the show, just message me on Facebook, Nevin Cummings. Also, if you want to see previous episodes of the Staten Island Comedy Show, go to my YouTube channel, Nevin Cummings Comedy, and please subscribe. Also, please visit my website, nevincummingscomedy.tv. There you'll find information about me and the show. Also, please like my Facebook page, Nevin Cummings Comedy. Goodbye. See you on the next show.